so this is the problem given. So you have to construct a mean, range, and standard deviation. Mean, range, and standard deviation. Yeah. Okay. So this is the data given. So mean chart means already you know you know how many cases will be there in mean chart. So mean chart, you have two cases. When standards are given, you have formulas. When standards are not given, you have formulas with you. So what you have to construct? You have to construct mean, range, and standard deviation chart. Mean, range, and standard deviation you have to construct. First we will calculate mean. So mean chart we will construct first. So for that you require the formulas. Which formulas you have to apply? Step number 4 is important. Step number 4 is nothing but control limits. So control limits, you have two cases. Case 1 is standards are given. Case 2 is standards are not given. Standards are not given. Again, you will have two cases. Yesterday I have given all the formulas with you. So you have the formulas in mean chart. So standards are given means mu value and sigma value is given. If you observe this particular problem, mu value is not given, sigma value is not given. This is a general data problem is given. So that means standards are not given. Whenever standards are not given, you have two formulas for constructing mean chart. Sigma is estimated with range, sigma is estimated with S. You can use any formula for calculation of control limits. So in case 2, standards are not given, sigma is estimated with R. You know the formulas. What are the formulas? Just I am writing X double bar plus R minus A to R bar. This is the formula. Plus means UCL, minus means LCL, first part value means CL. Suppose if sigma is estimated with S, then formulas are X bar plus R minus A1 S bar. This is the formulas when sigma is estimated with S. So that means X double bar, A1 is the table value that I will tell you later. S bar is nothing but sample standard deviation mean. So that means you can use any formulas and you can construct mean chart. So if you observe these formulas, first you require X double bar. So X double bar means first you require X bar. If I know X bar, then only I can calculate X double bar. Next I have to calculate R bar. R bar means first range is required. Then only you can calculate R bar. Okay. Standard deviation is required. Then only I can calculate S bar. So that means if you want for this calculation, what is that? All the three charts you have to construct, because this particular problem you have to construct mean, range, and standard deviation. So all the calculations I will do here. So that means what are the calculations? X bar I will calculate first. Then I will calculate range. Then I will calculate sample standard deviation. So after that I will calculate X double bar. After that I will calculate R bar. And after that I will calculate S bar. So first step is I will calculate means, ranges, and standard deviations. Means, ranges, and standard deviations I will calculate. After that you can calculate mean of means, mean of ranges, mean of standard deviations. That is the calculation you require. Okay. So for that some data is given to you. Some data is given. So if you observe this data, what is the K value given here? What is the K value? How many samples are given? If you observe how many samples are given here, 12 samples are given. 12 samples are given. That means K value equivalent to 12. K equal to 12. Each sample, how many observations are there? If you observe the first sample, how many observations? 4. Second sample, 4. Third sample, 4. That means each sample observations is denoted by n. So n value is given. What is the n value? N value equivalent to 4. So the table values will be based on sample size. Based on sample size means n equal to 4, you have to see the table values. N equal to 4, you have to see the table values. Already I have sent that. Already I have sent the tables to you. In that, what you have to see? N equal to 4. So for confusion purpose, both the values will be given to you. So you will give K equal to 12 values. You will give N equal to 4 values in the examination. So which values you have to consider? N equal to 4 values, because this is samples. This is each sample. How many observations is represented as small n. So small n is nothing but based on the small n only you have to see the table values. So what is the small n value here? Each sample, how many observations are there? 4 are there. You have to go for n equal to 4 value. Suppose each sample 5 observations are given. You have to see n equal to 5 table values. Suppose each sample 3 observations are given. Go for n equal to 3. So don't go for K equal to 12. So in the examination, both the values will be given. K equal to 12 will be given, n equal to 4 will be given. So which values you have to consider? Because each sample, how many observations are there? 4 are there. So I have to go for n equal to 4. So for that, what I have told already, I have told what are the calculations required? Mean is required, range is required, standard deviation is required. So the next column, the next one is called mean. So mean values you have to calculate. So mean is nothing but X bar. Mean is nothing but X bar. X bar values are required. So all of you know the mean formula. Mean formula is nothing but sum of the observations by number of observations. So how many observations are there in the first sample? These are the 4 observations are there. Mean formula is nothing but what is the mean formula? sum of these observations. And that means you can add all these observations divided by 4 gives mean value. So after point, consider only one place. Now, can anyone can add these values and tell me divided by 4? Tell me the answer. 1081 plus 363 plus 1092 plus 1385 divided by 4 equal to, press equal to button and divide by 4. Yeah, I got the answer. 980.25. I think it is correct. 980.25. 980.25. Now all of you understood how to calculate means. All of you know how to calculate mean. Sum of the observations by number of observations. If you want to take after point 1 place, take all the values after point 1 place. If you want to take 2 places, all the points, all the samples, you can consider up to 2 places. Okay. Can you do the next one? Can you do the next one? 528 plus 330 plus 1053 plus 945. 945 you can add and then divide by 4. Divide by 4. 528, 330, 1053 and 945. What is the total you got? 714 in textbook it is given. All of you are getting 764 or 714? 725, 764. Why you are getting different answers? 528 plus 330 plus 1053 plus 945. Yeah, 714. I think 714 is the correct one. 714. Yeah. Next mean value is 714. Can you do the next one? Like that, you can calculate the values and tell me the answers. If you have calculator, then only the problems you can understood better. If you don't have calculator, you can't understood. So please make sure that at least ordinary calculator is with you so that you can calculate all the mean values divided by 4. So that means add all the values divided by 4. I think I am reading the third sample. 984 plus 1384 plus 1194 plus 456 equal to divided by 4. And tell me the third one. What is the answer you got? Anyone? 984, 1384, 1194, 456. You can add and divide by 4. 1004.5. Yeah, correct. 1004.5. 1004.5. Similarly, do the next one. 728, 972, 647, 792. 728, 972, 647, 792. Add the values, divided by 4. Add the values and divide by 4. 784.75. Yeah, 784.75. 784.75. Next sample. 804 plus 845 plus 1132 plus 1024 equal to divided by 4. Now we are doing fifth sample. Can anyone got the answer? 951.25 it is given in textbook. Yeah, 3 means okay. 951.25 or 951.3 you got. So okay, no problem. 951.3. 951.3. 25 is correct. 951.25 is correct, but calculator, what is that? That 5 is there. That is adding to the next number. That's why you are getting 3. Otherwise, 25 is also correct. 25 means 5 is there. If you write one place, then it will become 3. So that's why you are getting 951.3. No problem. 951.25. Next. Similarly, do the next one. 1002 plus 804 plus 760 plus 1035 plus the equal to button and then divided by 4. Because 4 values you are adding. If anyone got the answer, yeah, 900.25. 900.25. Yeah, and next one. What is the next one? 7th sample. We are coming to the 7th sample. 994, 1023, 1136, 842. 842. 7th sample, 994. Again, I am reading 994, 1023, 1136, 842 plus the equal to button and then divide by 4. 998.75. Yeah, 998.75. Remaining people, they can write the values. Later on, they can check if you don't have calculators. Next, 8th sample. And anyone can do 8th sample? 616, 616 plus 832 plus 497 plus 692. divided by 4. Press the equal to button and then divide by 4. If anyone got the answer, please respond. Yeah, 659.2. Yeah, it is correct. 659.2. 659.2. Next, we are coming to ninth sample. 982 plus 1342 plus 1132 plus 945 equal to button and then divide by 4. If anyone got the answer, please respond. Yeah, 1100.25. 1100.25. Yeah, next we are coming to the 10th sample. 10th sample 1132 plus 998 plus 554 plus 777 plus 777. Add the values and then divide by 4. Add the values and then divide by 4. 865.25. 865.25. 865.25. Yeah, it is correct. Next, coming to 11th sample. 1134, 1140, 756, 994. You can add the values, divide by 4. Why you are adding? Why you are dividing by 4? Sum of the observations by number of observations. Okay. 1006. Yeah, it is correct. 1006. Now the last sample. Last sample. We are coming to the last sample. Last sample is 749 plus 948 plus 1050 plus 857. 857. Add the values, divide by 4. Add the values, divide by 4. I think 901. Yeah, 901. 901 is the. So in the examination, numerical values will change. The procedure is same. What is the first step you have to calculate? First step you have to calculate the mean. What is the mean formula? Sum of the observations by number of observations. Just add the values, divided by 4 values are added. So divided by 4, you are getting these mean values. So now all of you understood how to calculate mean. So which chart you are constructing? You are constructing mean chart, range chart, S chart. So for mean chart, you require mean values, range values, and S values also. If you want to calculate by using S. Okay. So that means in the next topic is range. Range is denoted by R. Range is denoted by R. Next step is you have to calculate range. So all of you know range formula. Just I am writing the range formula here. Maximum minus minimum. Range formula is nothing but maximum minus minimum. So all of you see. First I will do that range. Later on you can do. So first I will tell you how to calculate range. What is the range formula? Maximum value minus minimum value is the range formula. So maximum value. See this one. First sample. What is the maximum value you have? What is the maximum value? 1385. Just identify the maximum value. Identify the maximum value. Okay. Suppose two 1385s are there. Any one value you can identify. Any one value you can identify. Okay. Now go for minimum value. What is the minimum value here? What is the minimum value? Minimum value is 363. 363. Now what is the range formula you are saying? Range formula is nothing but maximum minus minimum. Maximum minus minimum is 1385 minus 363. 1385 minus 363. Yeah, 1022. Correct. 1022. Now you can calculate the remaining values. Just I will identify maximum values and minimum values. Second sample. What is the maximum value? Maximum value, just make it round figure like this. 1053. What is the minimum value? 330. Minimum value is 330. Similarly, third one. What is the maximum value? Maximum value is 1384. What is the minimum value? 456. Fourth sample. What is the maximum value? Maximum value is 972. 972. What is the minimum value? 647. And then fifth sample. What is the maximum value? 1132. What is the minimum value? 804. Like this, you can identify first. So maximum value. What is the maximum value here? 1035. What is the minimum value? 760. Next, seventh sample. What is the maximum value? 1136. What is the minimum value? Minimum value is 842. Next, eighth sample. What is the maximum value? Maximum value is 832. What is the minimum value? Minimum value is 497. Next, ninth sample. Maximum value 1342. Minimum value. What is the minimum value? You have 945. Yeah, 945. Next, 10th sample. What is the maximum value? Maximum value is 1132. Minimum value. What is the minimum value? 554. Next, 11th sample. What is the maximum value? 1140. Minimum value. What is the minimum value? You have 756. Last sample. Last sample. What is the maximum value? 1050. And the minimum value is 749. 749. Now you can do all the subtractions. Now the second sample. What is the second sample? 1053 minus 330. 1053 minus 330. What is the value? 723. I think already you have responded. 723 is the value. Next, 1384 minus 456. Can anyone? 1384 minus, yeah, 896, yeah. 896. Next, 972 minus 647. 972 minus 647. Anyone? 972 minus 647. 325, yeah, 325. Next, 1132 minus 804. 1132 minus 804. 1132 minus 804. Yeah, 328. I hope these are correct values. Okay. Next, 1035 minus 760. 1035 minus 1035 minus 760. Sixth sample, 375. 375. Yeah, next. Seventh sample. Seventh sample is 1136 minus 842. 1136 minus 842. 294. Yeah, 294. Next, 832 minus 497. 832 minus 497. What is the eighth value you are getting? Eighth value 335. Okay, 335. Yeah, 335. Next, ninth, 11, 1342 minus 945. 1342 minus 945. 397 or 347? 397. Yeah, 397 you will get. 397. 1342 minus 945. 397. Next, 1132 minus 554. 1132 minus 554. 554. 554. Yeah, 578. I think 578. Yeah, 578. Next value 1140 minus 746. 1140 minus 746. Yeah, 384. 384. Next, last one, 1050 minus 749. 1050 minus 749. 1050 minus 749. 301, I think. 301, not 401. 301. 301 you will get. 1050 minus 749. 301. 301. Now I hope all of you know how to calculate mean, how to calculate range. How to calculate mean, how to calculate range. Is it clear, all of you? Any doubt in this one? Is it clear? No, sir. It is there. You will get, yeah. So you will get 301. This last value you will get 301. Now means are completed, ranges are completed. Now the standard deviation is a little bit complication calculation. So you require scientific calculator. So today I will tell you how to calculate standard deviation first value. First value I will tell you, but it requires calculator. Compulsory calculator is required for calculation of standard deviation. Otherwise you won't calculate. So scientific calculators are required for calculation of for calculation of standard deviation. Because what is the formula you have learned? What is the standard deviation formula? Just I am writing the standard deviation formula. What is the formula? 1 by n summation xij minus x bar I whole square. This is the formula. 1 by n summation xij minus x bar whole square. So I will tell you the first one. Today I will tell you the first one. Remaining thing you can calculate at home, but it requires calculator. So just I am writing yes here. So next one is you require standard deviation. Just I will write here yes. Standard deviation. Next column required is standard deviation yes. So I will tell you how to calculate yes for first calculation. First calculation means first sample I will tell you. First sample I will tell you how to calculate. So only tell me that value. Remaining values you can calculate at home, and tomorrow we can continue the remaining part. Okay. So now see, what is the formula? Xij minus x bar I whole square. So forget about this 1 by n. Later on we can do. Summation means all of you know. What do you mean by summation? Summation means you have to add. You have to add. Now see this one. So what is the xij values? These are the xij values. These are the xij values. 1081, 363, 1092 and 1385 is the xj values. X bar I means mean value. What is the mean value for this one? 980.25. Now see the calculation. Just I will write the calculation. First listen carefully. Afterwards you can calculate. Now see, just I will write here. Just I will write here. Now see, what is the calculation part? Summation means plus. every value, every xij value minus mean value how to do, then square, and then summation means plus. What is the first value? First value is 1081. Just listen first, after that you can calculate. 1081 is the first value. Okay, minus what is the mean value? 980.25. Brackets open, whole square. So in a scientific calculator you can do direct calculation. Okay, and then put plus, and then put plus. What is the second value? What is the second value? 363 minus again mean value. What is the mean value? 980.25 whole square. Again summation means plus. Next value, what is the next value? 1092 minus 980.25 whole square. Again plus, because one more value is there. What is that value? 1385 minus 980.25 whole square. In the scientific calculator, you can do direct calculation like this only. Okay, so can anyone now do this value? Brackets open, 1081 minus 980.25 whole square. Square option will be available in the scientific calculator. Press that square option, plus 363 minus 980.25, again square, plus 1092 minus 980.25 whole square, again plus 1385 minus 980.25 whole square, and then press equal to button, and then divided by n. Divided by n means 4. Whatever value you will get, divided by 4. Do divided by 4. Whatever value you got, then do divided by 4. Divided by 4. And then do square root, because s square value you will get s square value. S value means find out the root. I hope all of you understood. So first do this calculation and then divide by 4. Then you will get s square value, and then make the root of that one. You will get the s value. Tell me only s value. What is s value? They can do range total. And anyone can do range total now. So mean total you will get 10,865.4. Yeah, 10,864.5. 864.5. 10,864.5. Range total. Range total. Can anyone can do? Range total 5958. So can anyone can do? Because textbook has given 5890. 5890. Can anyone got the total? Just I am reading the range values. 1022. Yeah, 5890. I think 5890. 5890. Similarly, standard deviation. Standard deviation, can anyone can do and add? Because these totals are required for further calculation. So do the last one. I hope standard deviation you have calculated. If you have not calculated, just I have given the values: 376.7, 295.9, 346.84, 111.7, sorry, 119.7, 133.17, 119.84, 104.9, 121.56, 156.15, 219.91, 155.71, 111.81. Can anyone add and tell me the answer? Otherwise, I will write. Later on, you can check if you want. So the total you will get is, anyone got? Anyone got the answer? Please respond. Otherwise, I will give the answer. Later on, you can cross check it. So no one has got. Can I write the answer? Yeah, 2261.56. 2261.56. This is the answer given. Later on, you can check, because today we will do mean chart and range chart. S chart, you have time. So this is the total he has given, 2261.56. Okay. So if you got okay, if you don't get, later on you can cross check once. So today first I will tell you mean chart. So mean chart first you have to construct. First I will tell you mean chart, and after that we will discuss range chart, and after that standard deviation chart. Okay, 3 charts you have to construct. First I will construct mean chart. Listen carefully, don't write anything. Later on I will upload this video, then you can see that video and you can write. Okay, so mean chart first you have to construct. First you have to construct mean chart. So mean chart, you know the cases. Case 1, standards are given. Mean total you wrote wrong. I think 10,865.4. Yeah, 865.4. Now it is correct, I think. Okay, so 10865.4. 5.4 I got. Okay, right. So the first you have to construct mean chart. So mean chart is nothing but, what is a mean chart? Mean chart, you have two cases. Case one, when standards are given. Case two, when standards are not given. So this particular problem, if you observe, standards are not given case. And the mu and sigma is not given to you. Then standards are not given, you have to calculate. So standards are not given. I have told two sets of formulas. One is estimated with range. One is estimated with by using standard deviation. So if you did not mention anything, always use the first case. First case means what is that? Case two, the first one is what is that? By using range. By using range, you can use. So if you specifically mentioned, use the standard deviations and calculate mean chart, then you can calculate the standard deviations. So you can use the second set of formulas I have told. So he did not mention anything, just he has asked to calculate mean chart. So whenever mean chart is asked, so two cases will be there. Case one, standards are given. Case two, standards are not given. In this particular case, standards are not given because mu and sigma is not known. That means you have to use case two. So case two, again, you have two sets of formulas. So which set of formula you have to use? First set of formula is enough to calculate the mean chart. So that means what is the mean chart formulas? What is the, just I will write, don't write. So what is the UCL formula? UCL x bar equal to, what is that? X double bar plus A2 R bar. This is the formula for UCL. And LCL x bar equal to X double bar minus A2 R bar. And then CL x bar equal to X double bar. So these are the formulas you have for mean chart when standards are not given. So by using standard deviation, specifically if you ask calculate mean chart by using standard deviation, then you can use the formulas UCL x bar equal to X double bar plus A1 S bar, LCL bar equal to X double bar minus A1 S bar, and CL x bar equal to X double bar. So these formulas are used when specifically has mentioned. You can use any set of formulas for calculating mean chart. So always range is easy compared to standard deviation calculation is difficult. So that's why if you did not mention anything, you have to calculate mean chart means always use. It can be estimated with range. Range means what is that? X double bar plus A2 R bar. LCL x bar equal to X double bar minus A2 R bar. CL x bar equal to X double bar. You can use any set of formulas, but the range calculation is easy compared to standard deviation calculation. So that's why you can use first set of formulas. If you want to use the second set, you can use, because here I am calculating standard deviations also for this particular problem. Suppose in the problem, only mean and range chart, construct mean and mean chart he has given. Then it is easy to calculate mean values and range values, and then you can use these formulas if standards are not given. Okay. Suppose if you ask construct mean chart and S chart, mean chart and S chart means then you can construct mean values and you can construct S values and you can skip range values then. I think all of you understood. So if you specifically ask mean chart and S chart means then mean values you can calculate, S chart you can calculate, and then you can use these formulas for mean chart. Okay. So suppose if you ask mean and range chart, then automatically mean values you will calculate, range values you will calculate. Specifically ask mean chart only, then you will calculate X double bar, X bar and R only. S is not required because S calculation is little bit difficult compared to range calculation. So in this particular problem, you can use this one or you can use this one because I am calculating all the values here. So that means I will take the first one only. What is the first one I am taking? First one is nothing but UCL x bar equal to X double bar plus A2 R bar, LCL x bar equal to X double bar minus A2 R bar, CL x bar equal to X double bar, CL x bar equal to X double bar. So I will use those formulas first. That means if you want to calculate these things, first you require X double bar and then R bar and then the table value you have to identify. I have already sent the table values to you. So just see the table value and you can identify what is the A2 value. For n equal to 4, what is the A2 value you have to identify. So that is given, table values are already sent to you. Okay. So that means what you will take first you will calculate for mean chart calculation. First what I will calculate? I required X double bar. So X double bar is required, R bar is required. First I will calculate X double bar. So mean chart first what I will do? X double bar. What is the X double bar formula? X double bar formula is nothing but summation X bar by K. And that means mean total divided by K. K means what is the K value? K value is 12. So that means what is the mean total you got? So X double bar equal to what is the mean total you got? 10,865.4 divided by K value. What is the K value? 12. Can anyone do the calculation and tell me the answer? 905.45. Yeah, 905.45. So manually you are doing, so 905.4 is enough. One place is enough because you are doing manual calculation. So manually you have to construct the chart. So one place is enough. After point, one place is enough. So X bar value I got, X double bar I got 905.4. So now X double bar is completed. Next step what you have to calculate? R bar you have to calculate. So R bar equal to what is the R bar formula? R bar formula is nothing but summation R by K. The sum of the range values divided by number of range values. So what is the range total? Summation R means range total. What is the range total you got? 5890. What is the K value? K value is nothing but 12. So that means what is the best value? This value is nothing but 5890 divided by 12. Can anyone tell me the answer? 490.8. 490.8. Yeah, 490.8. R bar equal to 490.8. 490.8. Now I know X double bar, I know R bar. Now I can construct the control limits because I know the A2 value also. A2 value for n equal to 4, because each sample, how many observations, how you have calculated this mean? You have taken 4 observation mean is calculated. That means what is that? Sum of the observations by number of observations. And each sample, how many values are there? 4. So n equal to 4, you have to see the A2 value, because why you require A2 value? In the control limits, you are using A2 constant. Okay. So therefore, now you know X double bar value, you know R bar value. Now I can construct the control chart. So before construction, you required UCL X bar, LCL X bar, and CL X bar. So one by one, I will calculate first. First, I will calculate UCL X bar. So before that, so for n equal to 4, A2 value equal to. Can anyone have the table values? Already I have sent. Otherwise, just wait. I will tell you that value, table value. For n equal to 4, A2 value is 0.729. A2 value is 0.729. This is the A2 value for n equal to 4. I have already sent the table values. Just see n equal to 4, A2 value. There you will get 0.729. First you will calculate UCL X bar. So UCL X bar equal to, what is the formula I have told? X double bar plus A2 R bar. X double bar plus A2 R bar. Okay, so what is the X double bar value you are getting? X double bar value is 905.4. 905.4 plus A2 value. What is the A2 value? 0.729 into R bar value. What is the R bar value? 490.8. Can anyone do the simplification and tell me the answer? After 0.1 place is enough. After 0.1 place is enough. Can anyone tell me the answer of UCL? What is the UCL value you got? X double bar plus A2 R bar. 1234 or 1263? Textbook has given 1263.26. Yeah, 1263.19 you got. Okay. All of you got 1263.19? 1263.24. Yeah, I think R Avinash got 1263.24. That is correct. That is the textbook value. It is getting. I hope all of you are getting the same value. Why you are getting different values? 1263.26 it is given in the textbook. So okay, no problem. 1263.24. I hope all of you are getting 1263.24. So just I will write that value. UCL X bar equal to 1263.24. So one place is enough. So one place is enough. I will consider 1263.2. 1263.2. Now UCL is completed. Next what you have to consider? You have to take LCL. So LCL X bar equal to. Next you have to calculate LCL X bar. What is the LCL X bar formula? X double bar minus A2 R bar. So this is nothing but X double bar. What is the X double bar value? 905.4 minus 0.729 into 490.8. Can anyone do this simplification and tell me the answer? LCL X bar equal to. LCL X bar equal to, what is the value you got? LCL X bar equal to 547.65. Yeah, 547.6. 547.6. Now UCL is completed, LCL is completed. Last formula is CL. So next CL X bar. CL X bar equal to what is the CL X bar formula? X double bar. So X double bar. What is the X double bar value? X double bar value is 905.4. 905.4. 905.4. Now I know UCL, I know LCL, I know CL. Now step number 4 is completed. Construction of control limits are completed. I hope all of you understood. Only numerical data change, the procedure is same. Okay. So now you know UCL value, you know LCL value, you know CL value. So which chart you have to construct? Mean chart you have to construct. You know what is the chart construction? You will have UCL, LCL, CL. UCL and LCL are always dotted horizontal lines. CL is a dark line. CL is a dark line. Then you will identify mean chart means you will identify the mean values. If all the points falls within the control limits, within the control limits, then you will say the process is in control. Otherwise, you will say the process is out of control. So construction of chart is important in the problem. So it consists of seven marks. Probably 10 marks are there. So you will get 5 marks per chart, and remaining calculation 5 marks. So chart is very important. You have to construct. Okay. So mean chart you have to construct. Mean chart you have to construct means first see the UCL value, LCL value, and CL value, and after that see only mean values. Only mean values you have to see. So how to take the scale? How to take the scale? First see the mean values. These are the mean values, and tell me identify the minimum value. What is the minimum value here? In mean values, what is the minimum value? I think 714. 714 is the minimum value. So first you have to identify what is the minimum value and what is the maximum value in mean. Okay, so what is the minimum value? Minimum value is 714. Identify the maximum value. What is the maximum value here? Maximum value is, this is 1100. 1100.25 is the maximum value. I think minimum value is 714. This is the minimum value, and 1100.25 is the maximum value. So maximum value should be always compared with UCL. So this should be compared with UCL. What is the UCL value? 1263.2. Maximum value got 1100.25. Which is maximum, 1200 or this one? 1100. So 1200. So 1263. So scale should be up to 1300. Because 1263 is there. So scale should be up to 1300. Now check the minimum value. What is the minimum value here? 714. What is the UCL? LCL minimum. LCL means minimum value. What is the value here? 547. This is 714. Which is minimum? 547 is minimum. So that means scale should be 500 to 1300. I hope all of you understood how to take the scale. So identify which chart you are constructing, mean chart you are constructing. Identify the highest value in mean. Then highest value should be compared with UCL value. Highest value should be compared with UCL value. So if UCL is highest, take scale according to that. Suppose if you have here 1300 is there, then scale should be up to 1300. I hope all of you understood. So then minimum value should be compared with LCL. Okay. So what is this value? This is 714. This is 547. So which is minimum? 547 is minimum. So scale should be 500 to 1300. So scale should be considered 500 to 1300. Okay, all of you understood. The minimum value is 714, not 565.2 is minimum. So in mean values, you have to see mean values 714 is the minimum, and this one is 1100 is maximum. So maximum should be compared with UCL, minimum should be compared with LCL, and then take the scale accordingly. So what is the minimum value? Is 659. Sorry, 659 is sorry, 659. Okay, no problem. 659. Then also the minimum value is this one only. Okay, so minimum value should be compared with 547. So 500 is the minimum value. So scale should be 500 to 1300 only. Okay, so now I will construct a control chart. I hope you understood this calculation. So 1300 up to 1300 I have to consider. So I want UCL value. Just I am writing UCL value here. UCL value is 1263.2. LCL value is 547.6, and CL value is 905.4. So these values are required. Just I am writing those values there. So now I will construct a mean chart. So this is an important problem. It will take time, but if you understood one construction, automatically you can do the remaining things. So x-axis, y-axis will be there. Just I will construct x-axis, y-axis. So this is x-axis, y-axis. This is the y-axis. Okay, so what I told, x-axis always sample numbers. So x-axis always sample numbers. X-axis always sample numbers you have to consider. Sample numbers you have to consider on x-axis. Y-axis mean chart you are constructing. Mean chart you are constructing means sample means. So y-axis sample means. I will write sample means here. Just I will rub this one. Sample means. Because today we will construct mean and range if possible. So that's why I rubbed a standard deviation value. So sample means. So y-axis sample means. Okay. Now identify how many sample numbers are given to you. How many sample numbers are given? 1 to 12. 1 to 12 sample numbers are given. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Suppose if sample numbers are 20, then you can take odd numbers or even numbers. If sample numbers are 12, you can consider. Sometimes what happens is sample numbers are 20, 15, 18, 25 like that. Then you can take odd numbers or even numbers, but you have to plot all the points. But in this case, no problem. Only 12 sample numbers are there. I am taking 12 sample numbers. So what I have told the minimum value is 500. Scale should be 500 to 1300. So directly I will take 500. So 500. So make it as two crossbars like this. Then you can take any value. So 100 difference I will take. 100 difference I will take. So this is nothing but 500. After that 600. Roughly I am drawing. The practical examination graph paper will be provided. 800, 900, 1000, 1100, 1200, 1300. Like that, you have to identify the scale first. So all of you know how to identify the scale. Just now I have told. So you got. So all of you will get that scale 500 to 1300. Now identify UCL. UCL and LCL are dotted horizontal line. CL is a dark line. What is the UCL value? First you have to identify UCL value. What is the UCL value? 1263.2. Roughly you can identify 1263. This is 1250. Roughly you can identify 1263. Just I will identify this is 1263. So UCL is always a dotted horizontal line. UCL is always a dotted horizontal line. What is this value? UCL x bar equal to 1263.2. 1263.2. So like that, you have to identify first UCL. Next LCL, you have to identify. What is the LCL value? LCL value is 547.6. 500. This is 550. The midpoint is 550. 547. And closer to 550. So 547 point. So LCL value, LCL x bar equal to 547.6. Okay, next you have to identify CL. CL is a dark line, that is 905.4, 905. So roughly you can identify 905. I don't have graph paper, so roughly I am identifying. So identifying CL x bar. CL x bar is a dark line. So CL x bar equal to 905.4. I think all of you understood how to construct a mean chart now. You are constructing UCL. UCL is always a dotted horizontal line. LCL is also a dotted horizontal line. CL is a dark line. Now identify the sample points. These are the sample points 1 to 12. Which chart you are constructing? You are constructing mean chart. That means you have to take only mean values. Only mean values. These are the mean values. So first value 980.25, 980.2. That's why after point consider 1 plus, it is better. So 980.25. So roughly this is this value is 905. This midpoint is 950. So roughly I will identify 980.25. So this is the first value. 980.25. Next value. What is the next value? 714. Second observation. Second sample 714. 714 you can identify like that. Roughly you can identify because graph paper I don't have. So roughly I am doing. Okay. And then third sample. Sample 3. Sample 3 1000.45. 1004. 1004 means this is 1000. 1004. Roughly you can identify 1004.5. Okay. And then fifth sample. What is the fourth sample? 784.75. 784.75. 784.75 is closer to 800. So sample number 4, 780.75. Like that you can identify. Now join these points. First sample, what is the first sample? This is the first sample. Second sample is this one. Third sample is this one. Fourth sample is this one. Now fifth one. What is the fifth one? 951.25. So 950. So midpoint is 950. So 951.25. Roughly you can identify 951.25. Roughly you can identify and then join. And next sample. What is the next sample? 900.25. So 900.25. 900.25. Roughly you can identify 900.25. 900.25. So 900.25. Next sample number 7. Sample number 7. 980. 998. 998 is closer to 998 is closer to 1000. 998 is closer to 1000. You can identify roughly. You can identify 998. And after that 659. Eighth sample 659. So 659. This is 650. 547. This one 659 means it is closer to 650. So eighth sample it is closer to 650. Roughly you can identify and join the point. Next ninth sample. Ninth sample is 1100. 1100.25. 1100.25. Ninth sample. Roughly you can identify and join these points. Okay. And then 10th sample. 10th sample is 865. Again 865. This is 850 midpoint. 865. Roughly you can identify 9th sample. Sorry, 10th sample. 855. 865. Sorry, 865. Roughly you can identify and you can join. Next 11th sample. Coming to 11th sample 1006. 1006. So roughly you can identify 1006 and then join. Last value, 12th sample, 901. 901, you can identify 901 roughly and then join. Okay, so you are getting a diagram like this. So this is construction of mean chart. Now mean chart is constructed. Why you are constructing mean? To give the interpretation. So interpretation is what is that? All the points are within the control limits or not? Within the control limits. Within the control limits means the process is in control or out of control. The process is in control. So I hope all of you understood. After drawing this chart, you have to write the conclusion. What is the conclusion you will write? All the sample points falls within the UCL and LCL. So therefore, the process is in control. That means mean chart process is in control. In control means you don't require any action. You are not producing any defective items. So you can continue with the process. I hope all of you understood. Is it clear now? Everybody, it is clear? Or any doubt here? Values. So these are the range values. So in the range values, identify the highest value. What is the highest value in range values? 1022. What is the least value? Least value is 275. So highest value should be compared with UCL. So what is the UCL R value you got? UCL R value 1120. So which is highest? 1120 is highest. That means scale should be considered up to 1120 or up to 1200. No problem. Okay. And least value. What is the least value? You have 275 is the least value. So least value will be compared with LCL. So what is the LCL value you got? LCL value you got 0. So that means which is the least value? 0. So scale should be 0 to 1100 or 1200, whatever way. So that means, so I have to construct a control chart. So this is the control chart I have considered. Just give a minute. I will show that control chart to you so that it will be clear. Yeah. So this is the control chart. So scale x-axis always sample numbers. What are the sample numbers here? 12 sample numbers are there. So x-axis itself, LCL value is 0. So x-axis itself, you have to draw a dotted line. So x-axis itself, you have to draw a dotted lines. So dotted lines. So LCLR value is 0. Okay. Next, you have to draw CL. CL is a dark line. What is the CL value? You got 490.83. So scale, what is that? 100 to 1100. 1120 is the value. So you can consider. So 1100 is the. So 1100 is the maximum scale you can consider. So 1120 you can identify easily. So that means, so you have identified scale. So what is these values? These values are nothing but sample range because you are constructing range chart. So sample ranges is the y-axis values. Now you can identify CL. CL is nothing but a dark line. So 490.8 is the CL value. This is the CL value you got. 490.83. So identify it is a dark line 490.83. And then UCL value 1120. So 1120 I have identified 1120. So more than 1100. So it will be LCL UCL value. So upper control limit dotted lines, lower control limit dotted lines, and CL is a dark line. Now identify the sample points. What is the first sample point? First sample point is range value. So what is the range value? 1022. So first value is actually 1022. So I have identified wrongly. So these are the values you have to identify. So just I will identify. Now the range values I will identify. So what is the first range value? First range value is nothing but 1022. So 1022 roughly you can identify. That is the first range value. 1022. Next range value 723. 723 you can identify roughly. Second sample 723. Third sample. What is the third sample? Third sample is nothing but 928. Third sample is nothing but 928. Roughly you can identify 928. 928 roughly you can identify. Next fourth sample is nothing but 325. Fourth sample 325 roughly you can identify. Fourth sample 325. So when you identify, you can join these points. This is the fourth sample I got. Next fifth sample. What is the fifth sample? 328. Fifth sample is 328. Roughly you can identify fifth sample 328. And next sixth sample. Sixth sample is 275. 275. Fifth sample is 275. Sorry, sixth sample. Sixth sample is 275. Roughly you can identify 275. And then 294. Seventh sample is 294. Eighth sample 335. Eighth sample is 335. Eighth sample 335. Next ninth sample. Ninth sample 397. Ninth sample 397. 397 roughly you can identify. And then 578. 10th sample is 578. 10th sample 578, and then 11th sample. What is the 11th sample? You have 11th sample is 384. 11th sample is 384. Roughly you can identify 11th sample 384. And now last sample 301. 301. Last sample is 301. Last sample is 301. So if you identify like this, because range chart you are constructing, so I have identified range values. Now if you see the diagram, now construction is completed. If you see the diagram, all the sample points falls within the control limits. That means the process is in control. The process is in control. That means range chart also in control. Range chart also in control. So I hope all of you understood range chart. Is it clear now? Is it clear? Can we move to the last one? Now range chart is clear, everyone? Say yes or no, then we will move to the last one, S chart. Is it clear? Please respond in the chat group. Is it clear, all of you, or any doubt? Range chart. Can I continue? Can I continue? Yeah. So next one is, what is the next one? This one is completed. Range chart is completed. Next one is S chart. Last one is S chart. So last one we will finish out S chart. So S chart requires only S values. S chart requires only S values. These are the values required. So I will construct now S chart. Last one is S chart. I will construct the S chart. I will finish out today this problem. And tomorrow I will tell you this problem in Excel. So Excel we will see mean chart, range chart, and S chart. Okay. So manually we will finish today. So next one is S chart. Last one is S chart. So S chart means all of you know, first you have to calculate the control limits. If you want to calculate the control limits, first you require S bar. How will you get S bar? S total divided by 12 use S bar. So S bar equal to what is S total you got? 2261.56. So divided by 12. Divided by 12, you will get S bar. Can anyone tell me that value? Divided by 12. What is the value you will get? S bar 188.46, I think. If you simplify, you will get 188.46. So this is S bar value you are getting. If I know S bar value, I can calculate the control limits. So all of you know the control limits formulas for S chart. S chart already we have finished. So what is the LCL, UCL formula? UCL S equal to, what is the formula? B4 S bar. UCL S equal to B4 S bar. So what is the B4 value? N equal to 4. B4 value is 2.266. I have given the table values. You can see the table values. There you will get B4 value 2.266 per N equal to 4. Okay. And then S bar value is 188.46. If you multiply this one, you will get CLS. CLS equal to. Can anyone tell me that value? What is the value you will get? 427.05. 427.05. So that we are doing manual calculation. After point, one place is enough. After point, one place is enough. So I will take 427 later on. Okay. Next, UCL is completed. Next, you have to calculate LCLS. What is the LCLS formula? B3 S bar. So formulas are important. If you know the formulas, then only you can calculate. For N equal to 4, B3 value is 0. B3 value is also 0. D3 value is also 0. In range chart, D3 value, that is 0. B3 value is also 0 for any N value. Okay, so that means 0 into 427.05. That means what is the LCLS value? LCLS value is 0. LCLS equal to 0. LCLS value you are getting 0. Last one, CLS. CLS equal to S bar. So S bar means what is the S bar value? That's how you got. What is the 188.46? 188.46. Now I know all the values. I know UCL, I know LCL, I know CL. Now next one is you have to which chart you have to construct? S chart you have to construct. So in S chart, identify the highest value. What is the highest value here? What is the highest value? 376. Yeah, 376 is the highest value. 376.7 is the highest value. Okay, and then go for least value. What is the least value you have? Least value, I think 104. 104 is the least value. 104.9. 104.9. Least value, highest value, how to identify? Highest value should be compared with UCL. Highest value should be compared with UCL. This is 376. This is 427. Which is more? 427. The scale should be up to 450. Scale should be up to 450 because This is 376. This is 427. So maximum value is 427. So scale should be considered up to 427. 111 104. 111. Yeah. I think this is the highest value and this is the least value. I hope it is clear. So highest value should be compared with UCL. Those least value should be compared with LCL. So 104.9. This is 0. So least value is 0. So scale should be 0 to 450. 0 to 450 or 0 to 500. So I will construct the S chart now. So chart means x-axis will be there, y-axis will be there. Same concept. LCL is 0. LCL is 0 means x-axis you have to draw. X-axis you have to draw dotted lines. So x-axis dotted. Dotted lines. This is LCL S equal to 0. This is x-axis. LCL S equal to 0. And how many sample? X-axis always takes sample numbers. X-axis always takes sample numbers. So sample numbers. How many sample numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 samples are there. So 12 samples you have to identify. Next y-axis, what you will consider? Y-axis you will consider sample ranges. Just I am writing here sample ranges. I think this calculation is finished. Just I am writing this one. First, otherwise, first I will take the y-axis. So y-axis, what you will consider? What is the highest value? 450. Up to 450 you have to consider. So I will take 100, 100 difference. Otherwise, 50, 50, 100, 100 I will take. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So 100, 100 difference I am taking. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So first I will identify UCL. UCL is 427.05. So 427.05 is the UCL. UCL is always drawn as dotted lines. So 427 roughly you can identify. You can draw a dotted line. So this is UCL S equal to 427.05. 427.05. Next you have to identify CL, because LCL is already completed. CL value 188.46. 188.46. It is a dark line. CL is a dark line. So you have to identify with a dark line. This is CLS equal to 188.46. Roughly you can identify. The practical graph paper will be provided. What is these values? These values are sample standard deviations. So y-axis is nothing but sample standard deviations. So y-axis is nothing but sample standard deviations. Now you have to identify which chart you have to construct S chart. So S chart means you have to consider only S values. Only S values you have to consider. Tell me the first sample. First sample 376. This is the first sample 376. Roughly you can identify 376. Roughly you can identify 376. Next second value 295. Second sample 295. Third sample. What is the third sample? 346. Third sample is 346. Roughly you can identify 346. Fourth one 119.7. Fourth sample 119.7. Fourth sample 119.7. Next fifth sample 133.17. Fifth sample 133.17. Next sixth sample. Sample number 6 again 119.84. Sixth sample 119.84. Roughly you can identify. Next seventh sample 104.9. Seventh sample 104. Seventh sample is 104. Roughly you can identify. Next eighth sample. Sample number 8. Sample number 8 is 121. 121. Sample number 8 is 121. Roughly you can identify. Sample number 9. Sample number 9 is 156. Sample number 9 is 156. Roughly you can identify. And next sample number 10. 219. Sample number 10 is 219. Roughly you can identify 219. And next 11th sample 155 again. 11th sample is 155. 155. 11th sample 155. And now the last one. What is the last one? 111.8. Last sample is 111.8. Last sample is 111.8. Last sample you can identify. Now join the points. This is the first sample. After that, second sample. Next third one. Fourth, fifth, and then 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. I think 11th, 12th. I hope all the samples I have identified. So what you are getting all the samples are within the control limits. Within the control limits you are getting in between UCL and LCL. Therefore, the process is in control or out of control. The process is in control. The process is in control. So like this you have to construct mean, range and standard deviation chart. Mean, range and standard deviation chart. I hope all of you understood this problem. Is it clear, all of you? Is it clear, everyone? Now only data will change. You know how to calculate